Hey, this is Sheryl. This is Facebook. This is live. This is Tuesday night, and I'm so excited to have her, a great guest. She is an actress. She is an international vocal coach. She's an international performer. She has a great trio that I'm going to ask her about as well. And she's also very philanthropic. Our very special guest, Joann Robertozzi. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Oh, thank you, Sheryl. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much. So everybody, this is Joann. Look at how beautiful she is. She's been using Clientele now for actually not very long. I'll be very honest with you, just for the last maybe month or so, but she has been using our nutrients prior to that. So we're going to ask her all about her journey with Clientele skincare as time marches on here as we go through this wonderful interview that we're going to have. And Joann, I would love to know about all the performing you do, how you got started. So you want to take us on this journey with you?
Well, let's see. I started when I was like 3 years old. My parents sent me to dancing school and singing lessons. And then I auditioned for some commercials. And then as time went on, I was on a soap opera for a short amount of time. And I actually lived in Florida for a while and did a lot of commercials down there. I always sang. I sang in several different bands. I sang in a 14-piece swing band. I sang in a rock band, and I sang solo. But it was, I guess, about 12 years ago now. I can't believe it's been 12 years. I started a girl group called Trebella. And you can visit our website, trebella.us. And we've traveled all over the world on cruise ships, and we did a lot of festivals, outdoor music festivals. It's a very fun, very high energy show. So right now, with COVID and everything, we're sort of, the entertainment industry is on a big hiatus. Although I just finished, we were the first out of the gate on a television pilot. So I did a television pilot. Yeah, it's exciting.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens. We filmed the first episode. And I love my girl group, but I also have a duet act with my boyfriend, Louis Venaria, who is an actor. And he's been in a ton of films and movies as well. So we've also traveled around the country. We have a band. So we sing with our band, Louis and Joann in the Uptown Band. And you can look up louisvenaria.com. And I also have my own website, joannrobertozzi.com.
Well, I have to tell you, everybody, that I have watched the YouTubes. I've watched you and Louis. I've watched you and Trebella. And I have to say, it is so fabulous. I wish that we could go out. It really is. Joanna, I wish we could go out and about right now, all of us, so that people could just capture a great show with you and just sit there and just be absolutely captivated, because it's so entertaining. I just think you're amazing. I'm also, because I am a singer as well, as I think you know.
I know.
I know that you are an
excellent singer.
Oh, God bless you. You are. I have to say that I'm so happy to hear that not only are you a vocal coach to adults, a vocal performance coach internationally, you're also a vocal performance coach to children.
I do. It's I have to confess, it's my favorite, because they're so they always say yes. They never say no. They never say no. They're always, they're so raw. And so I like to teach them what I know, because I think most vocal coaches aren't performing artists. Like they're not active in the business. A lot of them are, but a lot of them aren't. So I think it's important to be active in the business so that you can give your students, the best of what you know, because being an entertainer, there's so much about the business that you're never ever taught, So how to take a headshot, and what songs to perform and how to audition, which is really important because a lot of these, children aspire to either go on Broadway or start their own bands or play an instrument and accompany themselves. So you're always having to audition for something as an entertainer or performer, so I love to teach them. It's a lot of fun. And it also blesses me. Believe me, they teach me a lot too.
Of course. That's wonderful. That's a wonderful way to look at it is you give a blessing and then you get a blessing back.
Hmm.
And this is just, again, just a wonderful vocation for anybody that
And
is out there that,
I teach online, which is, gosh, kids aren't in school right now and their energy is really stifled. So I manage to teach internationally as well. I have some students in Australia, which is
oh
a
my
lot of
goodness,
hours apart, but we make it work out.
that's
So
perfect.
Cheryl, can I, we didn't really talk about this, but I've been taking this the stress vitamins that you
The,
sent me.
the stress
And I know,
nutrients, yes.
yes, and I know we're going to talk further about that. But I had recently I had a tragedy in my life where
Yes.
I lost both of my parents to COVID, and they were fine. I mean, they were older, but they lived in their own home, and they did everything from drive to cook to shop. And I have to tell you that getting these vitamins were a blessing to me,
Oh,
especially the immune. I've taken both of the immune vitamins as well as the stress, and I took the minerals and the day and the evening, which you'll tell, I'm sure you'll tell people
yes.
about because you know more about it than I do. But I could tell you that the immune vitamins were really such a blessing to me during the time when I was taking care of my parents. I felt very protected.
Oh,
So it's
that's,
a testament to the efficacy of your vitamins because my whole family got COVID. Both my parents passed away from it, but I didn't get it. I was the only one in my family that was saved, and I didn't have any of the symptoms, and I didn't get the virus. So it's quite a testament and to your product.
it is. And I thank you, first of all, for sharing your story because, obviously, everybody out there, it's a very, very sensitive issue, as you can well imagine. As Joann just expressed, I didn't even know that she was going to talk about this. So I just thank you for doing that because,
Yeah, well, I want people to know, they're not alone. There are people I'm sure that are watching right now that either know somebody that passed away or had their own experience.
yes,
And, um, it's devastating. It's devastating anytime to have a death, in your family. But I lost my parents 1 week apart. So and I was the only one in my family that was healthy enough to take care of everybody. My sister, my brother, and my whole family was infected by the virus. So it was a very difficult time, but I have to tell you that I felt strong. I felt confident that I was going to be okay. And now I have to say that the therapeutics are very good. And I feel like even though they're saying, there's an upswing in the virus, if you take care of yourself and you manage to rest and take your vitamins and eat well, I'm confident that, you'll be okay.
yes, and thank you so much for that because Joanne, we've been stressing it so much
I know.
lately on every single interview. And first of all, God bless you and God bless your parents in heaven
Thank
because I know
you.
that's where they are.
Thank
And
you.
God bless your whole family. And our prayers have gone out for you since you told me that.
I know. Thank you so much. I
And
really
for
appreciate it.
Absolutely. And for everybody out there, I know Joann and I are praying for everybody out there that
Every
is
day I do.
experiencing this, have had a connection, your parents, you know, my friend just lost her brother. So we are
I'm
very
sorry.
rooted to so many people that have had this issue as well. So what Joann is talking about, and it's kind of, in a way bittersweet, that we talk about our products, Clientele and MDR, who makes our On Guard immune defense. That's our
Yes,
sister company. And our Vital Factors, another immune defense.
I
And
took both of them.
pardon?
I took both.
Yes. And as a matter of fact, I've got the Vital Factors here because we were going to talk about that, and I forgot to put the On Guard on my table. Everybody, I'm so sorry, but we're going to talk about it anyway, which we are right now. So I appreciate you getting on the subject, but it's to say we have to be, as Joann is saying, so cognizant of everything that we're doing right now.
What I can tell you from my own very, very personal experience is that during that time, I made sure that I really took care of myself because I was exposed to that virus. I went to the COVID unit 4 times in the hospital to say goodbye to my parents. I was lucky enough. I was blessed to be able
Very,
to get there. And I just made sure that I took my vitamins every day. I did my best to eat well. And the vitamins, I could say, really gave me I needed a lot of energy. In retrospect, I'm a high energy person anyway. I'm blessed to always have a lot of energy. I'm really like an energizer bunny. I'm completely opposite from Lewis. But this gave me just the needed extra push for just stamina. So I needed that stamina, especially to take. I was a COVID nurse for my mom and dad,
yeah,
you know,
absolutely,
and my
absolutely.
sister and my brother. So I was there for them.
Obviously, we can't make claims. We can't do that.
I know that.
But we do know what these particular products do. Now, Joann, I don't know if you're aware of the fact that MDR.com, sister company again to
Mhm.
Clientele, it's called medicaldoctorsresearch.com, founded also by Patricia Riley, whose background is in nutrition. That's our founder of Clientele. Background is in nutrition, background is in biochemistry. So
Yes,
she
I know all
along,
about her.
so
I
you
read
know
about
about
her.
her.
Hmm.
So she along with her team, doctors, scientists, more food scientists like herself, and researchers have been together for 27 years out of Sunrise, Florida. And some of these doctors, Joann, are Nobel Prize winners for their health, for their expertise in health and wellness. So, what Joann is saying, and I'm saying to you, is yes, you've got to take the extra steps right now. You've got, and all the time, you've got to take these precautions. And Joann's talking about On Guard, which I don't have to show. I wish I had it in my hand, but it is a proprietary blend of 4 different elements, 4 different factors, colostrum. And
Hmm.
colostrum is the cow's first milkings to the calves. This is what the cow gives to its calves. It's rich in antibodies. And then it has what's called a mycofusion, which is maitake and shiitake mushroom blend.
Hmm.
And we did this again, not me, but all of our doctors, we did this because there's a method to the madness. There's a method for this to be combined the way it has been, so that
Yes.
each ingredient has a longevity factor for the cells, a very strong immune defense. And then there's another ingredient, which is a melon called Lohan Kwo, from Japan, that also has a longevity and immune system defense. And then there's our lotus seed, which is in all of our skincare as well as in our nutrients, which is one of the most powerful antioxidants to repair the DNA in our bodies. So it's an enzyme that we
So
have exclusively.
what I'm just saying is I was exposed and I was stressed out,
Mhm.
as you can imagine.
Yes.
I was the nurse for my whole family during this time. And what I'm saying is that I really felt so much better taking the vitamins.
You have an organization called TPH,
Mm-hmm.
and that is something that is very philanthropic. I read about. Can you explain what that does? And what does TPH mean?
This is such a long story, but I'll make it very, very short. So I got thrown into this. I was on a movie and the director said, you should do what I'm doing in New York. You should do it in New York. He was from California. Gosh, this has got to be 15 years ago. And he said, there's an Italian American organization, because I'm Italian American. There's an Italian American organization called Orders of the Sons of Italy, and you should open a lodge in New York. And I was like, a lodge? You know, I had no clue. Anyway, fast forward, I opened up this lodge, and because I was an entertainer, it attracted all of the entertainment, all of the Italian American entertainment in New York City, and I made amazing friends. So we produced a showcase, and at this showcase, Lady Gaga was one of the first. She's Italian
Oh my
American.
goodness.
We performed with her. So after that, sort of, my presidency was over, and of course, it's a national organization. I started a not-for-profit for Italian American artists.
Mm.
And what we do is we preserve and protect the heritage and culture through art and music.
And again, we're going to have all of Joann's information on so that you can find out what her schedule is, eventually when all of us start traveling again for entertainment. Now, I do want to ask you this because you travel, and I just kind of segued right into that. That was perfect.
Perfect.
You travel right now between New York and New Jersey, although you were traveling internationally before all of this happened.
Yes.
So it really ravages the skin when you're on and off airplanes and staying in hotels and so forth. How has just your travel right now from New York to New Jersey been better on your skin with your clientele skincare?
Well, I have to say that New York right now is dry as can be. It is very dry. The cold weather, wreaks havoc on your skin as well as the heat in your apartment. So I could tell you that I was very apprehensive about using your cleanser, but then you talked me into it. You said you have to use the cleanser. I am in love with the cleanser and the little sponge that it comes with. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It exfoliates your skin. It does really make your pores look smaller. It's incredible. And then I love the youth serum and the firming serum and the fortifier, which I have to tell you, it gives my skin such a glow, softens it up, and it makes it look so moisturized. Here in New York is probably this time of year is the driest, and I do not feel any dryness on my complexion at all.
And I am so excited, and it's so funny because I do have this here because it's the one that I use as well. And I don't recommend, by the way, everybody, the one that I use for everyone because our facial washes, there are several different kinds depending on what your skin concerns are.
I feel like my skin glows,
It
and
looks great.
I feel like, and I have to tell you, I have very little face makeup on, very little um, foundation. I just have a little bit of foundation on my cheeks and some blush, and that's it. So I have to tell you, I really see the difference in my
Well,
skin, and I love that cleanser.
thank you. It's a true testimonial if you take a look at Joann's skin.
The
This
other
is
thing I like to say is you gave me, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was eye cream.
Yes, the BioQ Energy Eye Cream.
But I have to tell you that my eyes are very, very moisturized.
Well, that would
Really great.
completely, what
Mm-hmm.
Joann is talking about, I'm just going to hold this up. Sorry to be a little commercial here, but
That's okay.
when you do the exfoliation, which is what you're doing with the Lotus Renewal Wash and any of our washes, this is its partner. What it's doing, what it did for Joann was it microscopically peeled all the dead skin. And as Joann said, I had to kind of talk her into this to explain that when you don't exfoliate dead skin, you don't get the absorption of your serums, your fortifier, your youthifier, your lotus firming serum that you talked about. There's no absorption. It sits on top. You can't expect
Mm-hmm.
anything to get through dead skin. So get rid of dead skin, clean the pores, brighten the skin tone, allow the skin to have a free space for absorption of the serums. And then this one that you're using right after your cleanser,
Mm-hmm.
the Lotus Firming Serum,
Mm-hmm.
this actually produces, and this is a study that was done for us, 55% more firmness in 10 minutes.
Wow.
First time you use it.
My neck, because you told me to use it on my neck and my
Yes.
face, and I feel like my neck is really a lot firmer.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to see another great testimony. The lotus seed, everybody, just so you know, this is the integral part of Clientele. This is the
Right
lotus
here.
firming serum. Joanne's got it too. I wish we could click it like a champagne glass.
I
Wouldn't that be
know.
fun?
Well, here.
Click to you. So we're toasting you with lotus firming serum, but what it's doing is it is a DNA repairing enzyme. We're exclusively patented worldwide, and there's nobody else that can use this ingredient. And what it does is it repairs unhealthy cells while it prepares new healthy cell production. So you're going to see huge differences in your firmness, in your lines, etc., and in your elasticity. And then the second one that I know you use is your fortifier. Now, how's the fortifier changed your skin?
I feel like the fortifier, I feel like that's the one that you sent me last. I think that was the one
Mm-hmm.
that you sent me last. That's the one that I could say makes my skin feel very dewy and very moisturized.
Simply for everyone out there, it's the building blocks of your collagen and elastin. It literally tightens and lifts the skin with an ingredient called matrixyl. And also, you've heard of hyaluronic acid.
Yes.
This has hyaluronate. It's a smaller molecule that's more easily absorbed. And that's why you're feeling the moisture, because that holds 1,000 times its weight in
Mm-hmm.
water and really plumps the skin.
Mm-hmm.
And then your youthifier.
Oh, I love that.
And what do you see from your youthifier?
So during this whole COVID thing, and I know it's a very stressful time for a lot of people, and I noticed that I was starting to get something that I never had before with these two little teeny weeny lines here. So I noticed that since I've been using the Youthifier, this is the first place I put it. I don't know why, but I put it all over, of course, but this was the first place that I put it. And I noticed that you could hardly see them.
It actually is an ingredient which gives messages to your cells to stay youthful. I know that sounds really strange, but there are ingredients that are communicators. And there's a very important one right now called astaxanthin. I can't believe I can actually pronounce it.
Very
But
good.
thank you. This is the first time I've been able to pronounce it. But if you read about that ingredient, astaxanthin, people are taking it orally and people are using it on their skin. And we were the first ones to ever have it in your vital factors that you're taking, in your youthifier that you're using. And it is one of the most powerful antioxidants to create moisture, smooth out lines, get rid of all the dead skin cells way deep down into the skin layers that are blocking the new cells from functioning as well as they should. It's got some amazing benefits behind it. And we were one of the, if not probably the first one to use it. And you're also taking that orally in your vital factors drink. Can you tell me how the vital factors has helped you during this time?
I believe that the Vital Factors has given me energy, like even more energy that I have. I drink it in the morning. Like I drink it, I put it in my water
Yes.
and I shake up my water bottle and I sip it, in the morning. And during my lessons, I'm always, I leave it right next to me and I sip it with, throughout the day. So it really gives me a lot of energy.
Well, and that's an important factor. Um, Another thing that it does is it strongly builds your immune system, so that's helping you. And another thing that it does is it gives you the potential to promote your own human growth hormone. When we start to age in our mid 20s, believe it or not, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm 64, so I've been using this for 40 years, not the Vital Factors, but everything in Clientele and the Vital Factors when it originally came out like 15 years ago.
So it
But
has HGH.
it doesn't have it, and that's where the danger is. A lot of people think that taking HGH is going to work. It's a little dangerous to do
Well,
that. You really have to.
I know it's very dangerous. You have to really
Yes,
be
but
careful.
this promotes your own.
Promote your own
Yes,
HGH.
it
Yeah.
stimulates your own HGH, so it's a clock turner. It turns it back so that you've got better focus, stronger um, memory, you've got stronger bones, you've got stronger skin, you've got a stronger immune system, taking you back to the time when you had all of that.
And
So
more
I'm
energy.
yes, so I'm so excited that you mentioned that.
Hmm.
And I want to find out again now, how can we find you again so that everybody knows?
Oh, thank you so much for asking that question. Well, you can find me at www.joann, Joann, last name Robertozzi, Robertozzi.com, JoannRobertozzi.com.
So,
Thank you so much, Sheryl, for having me and promoting
oh,
me this way. And to all of you out there, I just I'm grateful that I'm here to tell my story. And if I can encourage you to just better care of yourself and love on yourself as much as you can, I just encourage you to try some of these products that are fabulous. So thank
thank
you for
you.
having me today, Sheryl.
Thank you. Well, don't go away yet because
Okay.
we're going to announce a winner. So I want you to be here to
Oh,
congratulate them with me. And I
okay.
also want to say, please call us so that we can help you with anything that you need in skincare and supplements at 800-327-4660. And you can ask for me if you'd like to, or any one of our other great specialists, because we've got lots of great ones. And 800-327-4660, extension 5709 for me or anybody else. They're all trained, they're all fabulous. There's one connected to Joann, as a matter of fact, that you might get on the phone too. Her name is Gloria, and she
Mhm.
is a relative, a cousin of Joann's. And Gloria's been with us for like 25 years. So call
My
Gloria too.
favorite. My
And
favorite.
Sheryl and Angela, everybody. But I wanted to announce while you're on here our winner, because I don't know if you know that every week we've got a winner. If you like and share, we'll enter you into the next week's drawing. So we have a winner from last week for liking and sharing, and that's Gail Kenwood.
Oh,
So
yay.
Gail won 150.
Congratulations, Gail.
Yeah, Gail won $150 of clientele, and she
Oh,
may get some of the
wow.
things you talked about.
That's great. You're going to love the products.
Yay. So Joann and I are going, yay, Gail.
Yes. Hooray,
All right. So
Gail.
you just have to call us, Gail, 800-327-4660. And everybody, please wrap your arms around this lady through our video because she is such
Oh,
a
thank you.
woman of
Thank
inspiration.
you. And so are you. Thank you so much for hosting the show. You're fabulous.
Well,
You were
you
meant to
are.
do this work.
I can't be fabulous without guests like you.
Thank
So
you.
if you were right here, I would hug you.
I know I'm giving you a virtual hug, and I'm giving everyone out there listening today a big virtual hug.
Thank you. They need it. We all
I
do.
know. We all do.
So next Tuesday night, everybody, be there or be square, as they used to say, that corny saying. We're gonna have a. I'm so goofy. We're going to have another great guest, Sheryl Libovici. She's got an incredible story for you also. Join us next Tuesday night, Facebook Live, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Joann, thank you. I just love you for being here and sharing yourself with us.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.